The invisible problem. Have you noticed something strange? Every January, millions of people open a brand new notebook, write ambitious goals, draw perfect plans, and tell themselves, this year will be different. For a few days, they wake up early. They feel unstoppable. They believe they've finally changed. But then, life happens. One late night, one busy week, one bad day, and somehow that beautiful plan ends up buried in a drawer, just like last year's. Here's the question no one seems to ask. If millions of intelligent, ambitious people keep failing to follow their plans, is the problem really them? Or is there something fundamentally wrong with the way we've been taught to plan? Most people think the answer is discipline. Others blame motivation. Some even blame themselves. They whisper, maybe I'm just lazy. But what if I told you, your problem isn't discipline? It isn't motivation. It isn't laziness. Your plan died before you even started it. Not because it was impossible, but because it was built for a version of you that doesn't exist. You created it on a day when you felt inspired, when your energy was high, when your future looked clear. But the person who had to follow that plan wasn't that version of you. It was the tired version, the stressed version, the distracted version, the version that had work, unexpected problems, bad moods, and days when simply getting out of bed felt like a challenge. And yet, that's the version you expected to execute a perfect plan. Think about that for a moment. You didn't fail your plan. Your plan failed you because it was never designed for reality. It was designed for optimism, and that's the mistake almost everyone makes before they write the very first word. The psychological trap. The real battle was never between you and your goals. It was between two different versions of you. One of them loves making plans, the other has to live them. Think about when you usually make a new plan. It's often after watching an inspiring video, reading a powerful book. In those moments, your mind feels limitless. You genuinely believe. From tomorrow, I'll wake up at 5. I'll stop procrastinating. I'll go to the gym every day. I'll finally become disciplined. And here's the dangerous part. You're not lying. In that moment, you truly believe every word. But then, tomorrow arrives. The alarm rings. You didn't sleep well. Work is stressful. Your phone is full of notifications. Your energy disappears. Suddenly, the person who made the promise is gone. A completely different version of you is standing there. The tired you, the distracted you, the overwhelmed you. Yet somehow, we expect this version to perform exactly like the motivated one. And every time that happens, something invisible breaks. Not your plan, your trust in yourself. Every broken promise quietly teaches your brain one dangerous lesson. Maybe I can't rely on myself. The greatest damage isn't missing one workout or skipping one study session. The greatest damage is convincing yourself that your own words don't matter. Your brain was never designed to follow vague plans. There's one question. Why does your brain make a promise? Completely ignore it. The answer isn't motivation. It's biology. Every second, your brain is flooded with millions of pieces of information. Voices, notifications, thoughts, memories. If your brain tries to process all of them, you'd never make a single decision. So it developed something incredible. A filter. Neuroscientists call it the reticular activating system. Think of it as the gatekeeper of your attention. It decides what deserves your focus and what gets ignored. Now here's the problem. When your plan is vague, I want to be successful. I want to get healthier. I should work harder. Your brain has nothing concrete to search for. It doesn't know where to begin. But the moment your plan becomes painfully specific, something changes. Instead of, I'll start a business, your brain hears, every weekday at 7 p.m., I work on my business for 45 minutes. Now it has coordinates, not wishes. And once your brain knows what matters, it starts noticing opportunities that were invisible before. But attention isn't the only thing stealing your future. There's another invisible enemy, one you fight hundreds of times, every single day. Decision fatigue. From the moment you wake up, your brain starts spending energy making choices. Should I get up now or 5 minutes later? Coffee or tea? Answer this message or ignore it. Work first or YouTube first. By evening, your brain is exhausted, not physically, mentally. And when mental energy runs low, your brain chooses the easiest option, comfort, not growth. That's why most plans fail after work. Not because people are lazy, because they're asking an exhausted brain to make one more difficult decision. Successful people understand something most people never realize. They don't remove hard work. They remove unnecessary decisions. The fewer choices your brain has to make, the more energy it keeps for the choices that actually matter. But there's something even stranger. Have you ever imagined yourself succeeding, felt incredibly motivated, and then done absolutely nothing? It feels ridiculous. But neuroscience has an explanation. Your brain partially rewards you for imagined success. That's why dreaming feels productive, even when nothing changes. The people who actually follow through don't just imagine success. They imagine the obstacles. They ask, what will try to stop me? And what will I do when it happens? The moment your brain already knows, like, if this happens, I'll do this, the uncertainty disappears. The most dangerous promise you keep breaking. Every unfinished plan, every abandoned notebook, every Monday that became next Monday felt small. But your brain was paying attention, because every time you make a promise to yourself and break it, your brain learns something. Not, this plan didn't work. It learned, I don't keep my word. And that is one of the most dangerous beliefs a human being can develop. People think confidence comes from success. It doesn't. Confidence comes from evidence. Evidence that when you say you'll do something, you actually do it. This is why planning isn't really about productivity. It's about self-respect. A plan isn't a schedule. It isn't a checklist. It isn't ink on paper. A plan is a promise. A promise from today's version of you to the person you'll become tomorrow. And every distraction, every excuse, every delay isn't stealing your time. It's stealing trust between those two versions of yourself. So the question is no longer, how do I make a better plan? The real question is, how do you build a plan that even your worst day cannot break? Build a plan your worst day can follow. What does a plan that actually survives real life look like? Not a perfect plan, not a motivational plan. A plan that still works when you're tired, busy, stressed, or don't feel like doing anything. Because if your plan only works on your best days, it isn't a plan, it's a fantasy. So here's the framework. 4 simple steps, not to make your plan bigger, but to make it unbreakable. Step 1, find one true target. Most people don't fail because they dream too small. They fail because they chase too many destinations at once. They want to get fit, start a business, learn a language, wake up at 5 a.m., read 50 books, all at the same time. The brain doesn't thrive in chaos. It craves clarity. Instead of writing 10 goals, choose one. One target, one direction, one promise. Not, I want to be successful, but for the next 30 days, I'll upload 2 videos every week. Not, I'll become healthier, but I'll walk for 20 minutes every day after dinner. The clearer the destination, the quieter the mind becomes. Step 2, plan for your worst day. This is where almost everyone fails. They build plans for the version of themselves who is motivated. But motivated you isn't the one who needs the plan. Tired you does. Stressed you does. Discouraged you does. So before you begin, ask yourself one question. What will probably stop me? Then answer it before it happens. If I'm too tired, I'll only work for 5 minutes. If it rains, I'll exercise at home. If I want junk food, I'll eat the healthy meal I prepared yesterday. This is called removing decisions before emotions arrive, because emotions are temporary. Preparation lasts. Step 3, build systems, not performances. Goals tell you where to go. Systems decide whether you ever arrive. Stop asking, how motivated do I feel today? Start asking, what's the next step in my system? Attach actions to things you already do. After brushing your teeth, review your plan. After making coffee, start your most important task. After dinner, go for your walk. When actions become attached to routines, discipline becomes less important, because eventually your habits begin carrying you when motivation cannot. Step 4, measure promises, not progress. Here's another mistake. People become obsessed with results. The weight, the money, the subscribers, the grades, those are outcomes. You don't control outcomes. You control today's promise. So every week, don't ask, am I successful yet? Ask, did I keep my word today?